this is very interesting here. So it sort of reminds me of, I can see here this sort of had a low here, like a second higher low, third higher low, higher low, higher low. So this is sort of one thing we can look for there in markets as well. So obviously we're looking for a little bit of a pop out of the range, some volume to come in, looking for some consolidation, looking to break some sort of swing highs and stuff here. But one of the other patterns out, I remember Bill McClaren. I don't want to sort of go on too long here, but Bill McClaren, who's passed away, he was sort of, a bit of a mentor in terms of me learning charts and trends stuff there. He, used to teach lots of different patterns there. But I remember him talking about this 0, 1, 2, 3 pattern. It's basically just sort of seeing, your 0 is your low, your first high low is your 1, then your 2, then your 3. And if you get these sort of three high lows, that's when the market potentially can take off. And that avoids your little Elliott wave, your ABC, because then it means you've sort of got an extra wave. But I remember him telling a story about the 0, 1, 2, 3 pattern. He had a bloke that was sort of in one of his seminars, and he just noticed, he noticed this guy because he seemed pretty clueless, and after talking to him, really realized he didn't know much. And Bill went through all these different patterns, different trading, from pennants, flags, all sorts of stuff. And this guy sort of left, and he saw him a year later, and he said, "Oh, mate," he was worried about him. So how did you go? And he said, 95% of the content you taught me went over my head. The only thing I remembered understood was 0, 1, 2, 3, looking for sort of 3 or 4 higher lows in the market. So he said, so all I did for the year, I just traded that one pattern. So I went through the All Ordinaries. At that stage, it was the All Ords Index. It was like 20 years ago now. And I just looked for that, 3 higher lows, and I just, every time I saw them, I'd buy them, use the last swing low as the stop. And that was, and he goes, "Oh, how did you go?" He's, "Oh, I was up 47% for the year." And he goes, and Bill goes, "Oh shit, that was more than I made." Just trading that one pattern. So it's a really, so it just goes to show if you just focus on, like Minovini just trades the VCP pattern. He just trades that one pattern. He's a master of it. So, but this is an interesting pattern worth monitoring, because it does sort of, if you wait for that, 0, 1, 2, 3, then okay, here we go, start to break up. Then we can sort of follow that, start seeing the right ingredients. So just interesting story, but it's also quite relevant in the current marketplace here.